The Bell Witch. Famous story about Bell Witch in American Story. For the past 200 years, the story of Bell Witch is one of the most famous story about witch, ghosts, and other related supernatural things in American history. Unlike Harry Potter or Sabrina, the Bell Witch is said to be about real characters, real landmarks, and real events. On a hunting trip near their home, John and Drury Bell saw a giant turkey, but as soon as they were about to open their guns, it flew away and seemed to melt into the air. John and Drury told others it was like a human, but the face was not human. The Bell family and neighbors saw many strange creatures on the farm many times, but it suddenly disappeared before anyone could reach them. At the same time, in the evening, the Bell area appears with unknown sounds, like the beatings, rattles of a giant animal. The kids began to see gliders gliding past the bedside. Things got worse when Betsy Bell, 12 years old, became the target, pulled his hair, slapped his face and repeatedly beaten. Helpless before all these invisible attacks, the Bell family had to seek help from Bishop James Johnston. The bishop heard the strange noises and was attacked by an invisible hand. Too frightened by the events that followed him as a ghost, James Johnston offered to publicly reveal the mysterious harassment to everyone. Since then, many Adams residents may have heard bizarre sounds. Increasingly, the sounds become louder, so clear that they can be understood. It may be the voice of the Bible, and sometimes the wise words. In 1819, Captain Andrew Jackson, later becoming the 7th President of the United States, decided to visit his old friend John Bell, bringing in his entourage an experienced wizard. As the group approached the building, discussing and plotting how they would deal with the mysterious character, the car suddenly dropped in speed and quickly stopped. Regardless of the efforts of both the driver and the convoy, the carriage cannot budge even a centimeter. Impotent, Jackson shrugged his shoulders. "It's a sorcery thing," and immediately, from the thick brush came out a sharp voice, "The carriage is gone, Captain. I'll see you tonight." No one can explain the mysterious voice that comes from, but soon after, the carriage moves gently, bon on the road as never happened. That night, Jackson and his entourage rested on Bell's farm, and almost all night without sleep because of Betsy Bell's screaming screams. When they ran to the girl, they themselves became victims, beaten, strung and pulled their hair until morning. They decide to leave Adams. Curse of the Witch. Almost everyone makes conjectures about this strange phenomenon created by the witch. All noticed, almost all the harassment to the Bell family began shortly after the death of Kate Batts. While living, Kate and her husband, Benjamin, did not hesitate to say to all the people in the town of Adams that John Bell was a scammer, selling them slaves for a price. Since then, this mysterious character has been called Kate, or the Witch of the Bells. The contradiction between them became so profound that, in agony, Kate Batts vowed to take revenge, even if she had to go to the grave. And since then, for 3 years, Kate's ghost has tortured every member of the Bell family almost daily. Especially John Bell. His health is weak. At first, he had a sore throat and often felt a stab in the throat. Next to a series of fits of unexplained seizures, there is no cure. Finally, on December 20, 1820, John Bell died. During Bell's funeral, all the attendees heard the laughter, the excitement of someone. The witches of Bell announced they would leave, but promised to return in 1828. Fear is never old. So far, it has been impossible to know what really happened at Adams in those years. The people here still believe that witch bell is still haunting the town of Adams. Some people insist on dark nights, especially when it rains. You can see bizarre ghosts dancing in the field. It is also believed that both Bell's witch and her victim, John Bell, are living in the Bell Witch near Bell Farm. In 1973, a group of curious soldiers who did not believe in the devil came to visit the cave. One of the party members was knocked down by an invisible power shortly after saying that he did not believe in Bell's witch. Your friends cannot pull you up. Until an hour or so after he got up to normal. All of them rushed out of the cave in extreme fear. The people here, generation after generation, all say that if you do not believe in the Bell Witch, go to the bathroom at midnight, turn off the power, hold the flashlight in the mirror and say, "There are Bell Witches" many times with different intonations, and then you will find the answer. There is no way to confirm or deny the existence of the Bell Witch, and perhaps no one will be able to find the final answer. Bell Witch is forever a mystery. Are you scared? Please subscribe for more stories.